Hi creators! Today we are unlocking a secret weapon that every professional designer swears by. Styles and libraries in Figma. But here's the twist. Did you know that mastering these tools can not only save you hours of tedious work but also elevate your designs from good to absolutely stunning? Sounds like magic, right? Well, no, it's just great design systems at work. Before we dive in, think about this. Have you ever been working on a large project and then you realize you have to go back and tweak 50 different buttons because the color doesn't match? Or worse, every time you get a design update, you have to manually edit each page and element to make it consistent with the new brand guidelines. It's not just frustrating, it's inefficient. And that's where Figma's styles and libraries comes in. By the end of this video, you'll have a powerful understanding of how to create and maintain a design system that will make your workflow faster, easier, and more consistent across projects. So, ready to dive in? Let's go. This is Tulsi from KnowHow Academy. Here's what we'll cover today to help you master styles and libraries in Figma. First, color styles. Creating and applying color styles for brand consistency. Second, text styles. Defining a clear typography system to enhance readability and design structure. Third, effect styles. Using shadows, blurs, and other effects to add depth and polish to your designs. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how to create and apply styles in Figma, but also how to leverage them for a more efficient and consistent workflow that scales across projects. So let's start. First, color styles. Did you know that consistent color usage can increase brand recognition by up to 80%? Imagine your brand colors being instantly recognizable, like the red of a Coca-Cola or the blue of the Facebook. That's why global color styles are crucial for any designer aiming to create a cohesive, memorable experience. Let's start by creating our color styles. Suppose you are designing a landing page for a tech startup and their primary color is deep blue, or you can choose any color you want. This color represents trust and professionalism, which is exactly what you want to convey to potential customers. To create this style, select a rectangle in Figma, go to Fill Property and choose your brand color. Once you have selected the color, click the style icon next to Fill and name it Brand Primary Blue. This is how we'll define our main brand color. Next, we'll set up secondary and accent colors. For example, you could choose a warm orange as a contrasting color and a neutral gray for backgrounds. These combinations will create visual balance and help important elements stand out. Now let's apply these styles to our buttons, text, and background elements. Watch how simple it is to update the design by just modifying the primary blue style. It updates across all elements that use these colors automatically. That's hours of work saved with just a few clicks. 60% for your primary color like backgrounds, 30% for secondary like UI elements like buttons, and 10% for accent color, that is call to action buttons and highlights. This will ensure your design feels balanced and visually appealing. To take it further, you can define specific colors for specific uses. For example, primary blue for headings and secondary gray for body text and accent orange for buttons. With this system in place, any changes to your design can be done in one go, instead of going element by element. Second, text styles. We have all landed on a website with 10 different fonts, all varying in size and weight. It's confusing, hard to read, and just doesn't feel professional. That's why typography hierarchy is one of the most crucial elements in design. Think of typography as a visual language that guides users through your content. Whether you are designing a blog, a product page, or a marketing email, your text needs to communicate a clear hierarchy. First, let's create a heading style. Type welcome to our product in a large bold font. We'll adjust the size, the weight to the bold, and the line height to 1.5 to make it readable and eye-catching. Once you're happy with it, save this as heading 1 bold. Next, let's create smaller headings, body text, and button labels. For example, we might define heading 2 as 24 pixel bold, body text as 16 pixel regular, and button as 14 pixel medium. Now, let's apply these styles to various sections of your design. Notice how all your text is consistent, readable, and structured. If the client requests a change, like adjusting all headings to uppercase or bold, we can do that with just one update to the heading 1 style. Every text box that uses that style will update automatically. Third, effect styles. Design without shadows and effects can feel flat, lifeless, and disconnected. Adding subtle effects creates depth and visual hierarchy, which helps guide the user's experience. Let's add some depth to our design by using shadows. Select a button or card in our design, go to the effects panel and add a drop shadow, adding the blur, opacity, and spread of the shadow to create a soft, natural effect. A shadow that's too harsh will feel unrealistic. So keep it subtle and light. You want your elements to look like they are floating or pressing against the background. Now, save this as soft shadow and apply it across your buttons and cards to create consistent depth throughout your design. Notice how the small change makes the buttons feel clickable and the cards have sense of depth. This makes the interface feel more interactive and visually engaging. Consider using blurs for frosted glass effects or inner shadows for pressed buttons. These subtle details can elevate the feel of your design and give it a more polished, professional touch. Remember, a good design doesn't rely only on the main elements, it's the small details like shadows that create a more immersive user experience. Wow, that was a lot. Let's recap everything we have covered today. First, how to create and apply color styles for powerful brand consistency. Second, how to build a typography system using text styles to ensure readability and clarity. Third, the importance of effect styles in adding depth and interactivity to your UI. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy for your IT source. We are always there to help you navigate to the tech world. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.